Well, they didn't want to see the main event. The ladder match, the three-way ladder match for the tag team title was supposed to be Jungle Boy and Dino Douche against the Hardy Boys against Matt and Jeff Hardy. But unfortunately, the only team with any name value was taken out of this match because Jeff did his road raging earlier. Is that just karma, kismet? Isn't it ironic, like rain on your wedding day? Jeff Hardy was scheduled to appear at Road Rager until he took matters into his own hands.
Why is it Road Rager? Why is it different than any regular Dynamite?
Because Tony likes names.
But I mean, is there anything specific with roads that has to do? Well, there's nothing with roads with AEW. Excuse me, let me correct myself there.
Yes.
But with highways or byways?
Well, they were in St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
Route 66 goes through St. Louis.
The gateway to the West, of course.
No, well, Fort Worth is where the West begins. That was their tagline. Point is, they just took the Hardys out. And did I see a report on the internet that they changed this match, that originally Matt and Jeff Hardy were going to win the match and the tag team title? But they had to change it?
Yeah, I saw something that said that, but I'm not sure what the source was, so I can't comment too much further.
Well, you can almost believe any preposterousness from these folks, but... And why is it when there's a ladder match, they set up tables around ringside on the floor, all around the ring? What does that have to do with a ladder match? So anyway, it was Jungle Boy and Dino Douche against the Hardy Boys in a ladder match on AEW television. You already guessed it. Yes, it was unwatchable. That's why I didn't. It's exactly the same as everything else they always do, and it's insulting then, and it would be insulting now. And I saved part of my brief period of time I have left to live to make myself happy by not watching these four jack-offs make an abortion out of the wrestling business. I understand shock and amazement. Wouldn't you know who won the pony? The Hardy Boys have once again won the AEW World Tag Team titles. And Christian Cage has turned on his adopted son, the Jungle Boy. Little Babu, or Sabu, or whatever his fucking name is. And did you watch any of that? Why would you?
Well, I did, just in case you watched it and wanted to talk about it.
Well, seriously, you thought I was going to watch these four bumblefucks in a ladder match when I've already had to watch the rest of this program?
The last thing this show needs right now is more of the Bucks in the focus, and if that's what this leads to, they've got a lot of problems with this show, as the ratings just showed them. But this was an atrocious episode of AEW Dynamite, and the fan reactions from what we could tell on TV, the people that are showing up, but I think the real story is the people that aren't there. There's no Danielson, there's no Punk, there's no MJF, and since those three have been gone, specifically Punk and MJF, there's been almost nothing redeemable about this show in terms of angles or promos, and we've seen a couple of good matches out of Dax Harwood, but even the matches it's reverting back to the worst of AEW right now.
And here's the thing, again, the WWE last year, they said, AEW needs some help. We're going to fire and or alienate some of our biggest names so they can go over there and help out. And they did. And AEW still couldn't capitalize. And then WWE's, fuck. They're still not winning this thing. We'll injure our top babyface. And down goes Cody. And AEW says, fuck you. We'll do the same thing. Now, Vince McMahon, for the first time in history, allegedly doesn't have full control of the WWE, and shit's hitting the fan in a major way. And just 6-8 weeks ago, AEW television was looking up. And you had Punk, and you had FTR, and you had MJF, and let's not even talk about Danielson, how they botched his little run. And now all of those people are gone, and this is an unwinnable war, no matter what one side does to ensure the victory of the other side. the other side is going to say, fuck you. I ain't winning this thing. I'm going to suck even worse. So speaking of sucking worse, what were the ratings for this Wednesday night debacle? Where did they start and where did they finish?
I'm going to see if I can find quarterly breakdowns. I don't have them currently. But the previous couple weeks of June, on June 1st, Dynamite did 969,000 viewers. On June 8th, Dynamite did 939,000 viewers. On June 15th, Dynamite did 761,000 viewers.
Was this against a big ball game or Super Bowl, or did Janet Jackson pop her tits out at the Super Bowl again? What major occurrence were they opposite that they could lose 200,000 people? Or was it just last week's bad television program and not wanting to see any of this?
I mean, it was a big hockey game, but I don't think that's what killed this. I think a lot of this is...
There was that all-night gas station that they just opened down the street. How are you going to compete with that?
But the last few episodes have been uninspiring, and there was very little announced going into the show that was inspiring unless you're someone who loves work rate and matches. And then you go, oh my God, Dax and Will Ospreay. But to the average fan, it's...
one match in 2 hours.
Yeah. So I don't think AEW is doing themselves any favors right now with that TV show, but I don't know if anyone's going to admit that there. I don't know if Tony can admit that right now.
I think Tony needs to be admitted right now. But anyway, that was AEW. What else are they going to have to do? The WWE has bent over backwards to hand this thing to Tony Khan on a silver platter. And now I guess the only other thing left is, are they going to fucking put Vince in a goddamn space shuttle and shoot him to the moon? He's already out of the chair. This is their chance. This is their prime opportunity. The WWE has never been so vulnerable. They got a lack of talent. The talent that is there hates the company. The fans are turning on them because they've been an evil empire for 25 years, run by an evil billionaire family that now apparently we're finding out in the news is evil in the ring and evil outside the ring. The WWE has never had a smaller audience on television, and the product has never been more boring. And through all of that, every single time that AEW gets a star or gets a run and start at something or has a door open, an opportunity to do something, Tony Khan and his amateur booking and the indie mindset on the most of the roster that he has assembled can't get out of their own way to take advantage of it. I'm getting pissed. And all of that work that I did to send that email to the WWE board of directors.
Oh, stop it.
After making sure that my irresistible cousin Pamela got a job up there and seduced all the old white men. And all this work is for naught. Tony still can't win the war. Oh, my God. All right. Well, that was AEW.